I'm so excited about this video, and I'm glad Amy's here, and I'm glad you're watching this. And today I'm going to announce that Aimee Postel is going to become the new associate pastor here at the Lakes. And in conjunction with the spiritual leadership team and the trustees, I've come to that decision because she's already been functioning in this role, especially through preaching and spiritual leadership and prayer. And I'm just so excited about the opportunity of her to become my colleague here in the pastoral office at the Lakes.
Thank you. So we recognize that you might have some questions about what's all involved in that. And so we're just going to have a conversation about, what that looks like. So one of the main questions is around ordination requirements. What does that look like, and what are the ordination requirements?
So there will be an ordination. It'll be November 15th, Sunday morning at our regular worship service at 10 a.m. And I invite you all to come. So what are the requirements? Well, universally, the church has no particular requirements that are universally kept. And here at the Lakes, though, I believe we function, we're functional. You are functioning in the role. You do happen to be in seminary, studying to further your competencies. But Aimee has shown both the character and the competency, and I believe she has the calling from God to become an ordained pastor. And so we're going to do that, again, November 15th, and the requirements are really about function. We see you doing this. We've seen you've been doing this for the last 3 years or more, and we're just saying yes to how God is already at work in your life through us.
Awesome. Another area that people have questions about, and you may as well, is whether there's any, sort of pay increase, or is this a promotion?
Well, I kind of wish there was a pay increase, but at this time, that's not going to happen. And it's not going to happen, one, because that has to be voted on by you, the congregation. And right now, and especially in the middle of COVID, we're especially just not able to do that. So, you're already functioning that way. We just want to recognize. It's really this is a recognition of how you're functioning. In the future, there may be a pay increase, but right now that won't be happening. And you as a congregation will be voting on that when it does.
Right. So I just want to say that I really enjoy what I do here, and I am glad to serve in this capacity. And so this is really just more of a title change. Yep. and making official what's already been happening. So it doesn't really change my pay or my job description.
Right.
And
we love having you here, Aimee.
Thanks. So I think the last thing that we really want to talk about is really around your retirement, Pastor Dean, and what that looks like. And, is this sort of a, setting me up to be a future senior pastor later? And how does that all work?
So I am going to be retiring. I'm not going to give a date exactly yet, but it'll be about 1.5 years. And no, it is not setting you up for become the future senior pastor here at the Lakes. That'll be totally up to you, the congregation, and you, if at that time that works for you,
right,
and you desire to do that. But I do have a plan that I hope the congregation will follow at my retirement, and that would be that after some 25 years here, that you would take a breath, breathe in, God's present, that you would hire a trained interim pastor who would be skilled at coming in and helping you deal with cleaning up some of the messes I've left, and with listening to people, some of the grieving that will go on, and would just be helping you find you, the Lakes, find your future.
Right.
You would just be continuing in that position as associate pastor, and whatever happens after that, and whoever you as the congregation call will be up to you. The senior pastor is a called position.
Right. Yeah, so I think in summary, Pastor Dean sort of has laid this out that after his retirement, that there would be an interim, an intentional sort of rest for the congregation. And that is the plan that to do it that way sort of helps set both the congregation up for success and the future senior pastor, because there needs to be sort of that break time there. And then a call committee would be formed, applications would be accepted and received, and then a formal process engaged in. And so I think my position here is that of the part-time associate pastor, and I really like that at this point.
And I really appreciate you again. I just want to say that. And we're excited. So join us November 15th, 10 a.m. We're going to celebrate, and as we recognize what God has called on Aimee to be doing in her life, her vocation, in this section of her life.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.